The sequel to Mortal Kombat has already wrapped up filming, and the producers are starting to drop some juicy character promos. Todd Garner has already teased fans with Kitana's fan, Scorpion's kunai, Johnny Cage's belt buckle, Quan Chi's hand, and Shao Kahn's hammer. Now he's unveiled a fresh look in a new promo showcasing Martin Ford as Shao Kahn, and based on the silhouette, it's clear that his appearance is about as faithful to the canon as it gets. According to early feedback from test screenings, Shao is set to be the true boss of the sequel. Fans are raving about the casting, and Martin Ford has been praised for absolutely nailing the character. Ford's been sharing countless gym photos showing his insane prep for the role, proving he's ready to tear things up, but just being a murder machine won't cut it. Insiders have hinted live-action Shao Kahn will be a layered character, driven by his own twisted morality and philosophy. A year ago, director Simon McQuoid teased that Mortal Kombat 2 would dive deep into Edenia, making it a pivotal setting with several key plot lines. The first half of the movie is expected to show Shao conquering Edenia and killing King Jared. At the end of the first movie, Cole Young set out to recruit Johnny Cage, but the sequel isn't going to start there. Remember how the first part opened with that tragic scene featuring Hanzo and his family set in the distant past? That moment led to his transformation into Scorpion. Though we didn't see it fully play out on screen, his fight with Sub-Zero became the backbone of the entire storyline, stretching all the way to his descendant Cole Young, so the sequel will likely kick off in a similar way, beginning far back in time. With the introduction of Queen Sindel and King Jared, MK2 is expected to show us the tragic fate of Kitana. We'll get a brief rundown of the power dynamics in Outworld and a proper introduction to Shao Kahn. Meanwhile, Kitana will play a crucial role in the plot, helping fight against her father. After such an epic flashback, the film will shift to Earth, where we'll finally see Karl Urban's Johnny Cage enter the showdown. What adds a real punch to Shao Kahn's character, though, is his relationship with Kitana. Her storyline is adding even more depth to the sequel, with some early viewers calling her the real protagonist. It seems Shao is stepping into the spotlight as the primary villain, pushing Shang Tsung to the sidelines. This makes total sense since the main focus of the sequel will be the actual Mortal Kombat tournament, a massive piece that was missing from the first part. In the games, there were two tournaments, the first on Shang Tsung's island and the second in Outworld. However, the producers have made a bold move by skipping over the first entirely, making the Outworld event the main and the only tournament we'll see. This choice suggests we're in for a tour of several iconic locations beyond just Edenia. Set photos have already revealed Netherrealm, the Pit, and Scorpion's Lair. Some insiders have also hinted that Shao Kahn will get his own canonical throne, with an arena that pays homage to the location from the 9th game. But his ambitions don't end with Edenia. His next target is Earth, where he plans to enslave all living beings. This power-hungry tyrant is practically destined to be the primary villain, not just for the sequel, but likely for the third film too. Producers themselves have admitted that two parts are just scratching the surface of this vast franchise. The so-called Mortal Kombat cinematic universe has massive potential, especially in today's entertainment landscape. It could easily become a marvel for adults. The lore and world building are already there. It just needs the right execution and the right writers to make it truly legendary. Jax actor Mehcad Brooks in a recent interview dropped some pretty interesting details. When asked about how much bigger Mortal Kombat 2 will be, he revealed that there will be 28 fight scenes. Compared to the 17 in the first part, that's quite an increase. While that number might sound overwhelming, it's actually not too surprising given how many new characters are set to be introduced in the sequel. Brooks also hinted that Jax will see some significant character development this time around. He emphasized that the scale of the tournament will be unlike anything we've seen before. The writers clearly understand their responsibility to the fans. It looks like they're setting the stage for something far bigger to keep us hyped. Naturally, to bring in some serious drama, it's crucial to properly focus on different key characters and give them room to develop. One of the major mistakes of the first part was how overloaded it felt. The writers couldn't seamlessly weave all the fighters into the plot. Even Liu Kang, arguably the main face of the last games, was pushed to the background. Honestly, there's no better way to end the second movie than with a classic showdown between him and Shao in the arena. That would set up a perfect lead-in for the third film, where the villains ultimately break the rules of the tournament and invade Earthrealm. But it's way too early to dive into talks about Mortal Kombat 3. After all, the second part doesn't even release until October 24th of next year. Subscribe.